Mana family. And I want to know whether our special guest is on the Zoom now to come in.
The special guest, would that be me?
That is you. Hello.
Here I am. Hi. So great to see you guys. Wow.
It's so good to see you. This is John Burgos, who is from Kauai, joining us today. John created an incredible program online called Beyond the Ordinary Show. And I've spoken with John on Beyond the Ordinary Show quite a few times over the last few years. We're all in a process of being called to step out and step up and do what we are divinely called to do on the planet, all of us. So how did you do it when you began this show?
Oh my goodness. The show was really, I'd say, a middle point in stepping out. The first part was really showing up for myself. Something was burning inside of me that knew that there had to be something else. And I didn't quite know what it was. And I had dabbled a little bit in spirituality, psychic readings and all that. I didn't know what a chakra was until 15 years ago. So I was like, what is this? And the diving in came into an immersion that I used my business life as an excuse to open up, and I found a mentor, a coach that I thought was going to teach me how to take my business to the next level, and very quickly it turned into a spiritual journey. And within 3 sessions, we had gone in and the dam just cracked open, and the floodgates of psychic information, which I was very attuned to, but I didn't know how to use it in my life or didn't give myself permission, the floodgates opened. I started seeing energy. I started having prophetic dreams. I had guides visiting me during dream time, showing me, teaching me all these other things. And so when that started showing up, it's life as I knew it and had been creating it and struggling through, if you will, trying to fit in, shifted.
So you're in Kauai. We've been doing a lot of work this morning about going back to the time of Tara and Mu and clearing the slate, basically. What do you feel about Hawaii and Kauai in particular? Like, it's like a garden, isn't it, really? It is the garden of Hawaii. How do you feel that is?
I have a story to share around that.
Okay.
Actually, I have lots of stories, but one in particular. And this happened on my birthday and this last February. So a week before my birthday, I hear, okay, for your birthday on that weekend, we want you to go on this particular hike deep into the center of Mama Kauai, as we call her. And we also want you to go to the monastery. And the monastery up here, it's a Hindu monastery that's open to the public. And it carries such pristine, crystalline energy up there. And they've embedded these huge crystals all over the property. And if you could feel it, and I'm hoping I can transmit some of it to you now so that you can feel it.
I'd love that.
It's crystalline energy. It's that Christed, lit expansionary that they have been churning and inviting people into for a while. So on my birthday weekend, they flipped it on me. I thought I was going to go hiking. They're like, no, go to the monastery first and go through the puja and sit through it. And I went through the puja. I sat down and meditated, and I started receiving all these downloads, all these activations started coming through. My body was lighting up. It was amazing. And it was a little overcast and rainy that day, and it had been for like 6 months. It had been rainy season over here. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll go to the monastery and I'll listen. I'll follow guidance. The next day I woke up, and it was the most enlivened day that we've probably felt on the island for 6 months. The sun was out. I had all this energy running through me. So I prepared myself, and I got in my car and drove out to prepare for this hike. And as I'm driving out and I'm stopping in different places, I'm noticing the energy in people. And if there were little children, 7, 8 years old, or older people of 70, 80 years old that I'd run into in the little errands that I was doing on my way up to the hike, they all looked so alive. They had so much vitality running through them. I was driving along the coast, and the coast looked just these beautiful, crystal clear waters, that I haven't seen on this island in years. It was amazing. And it was lit up in a whole different way. And so I was, again, that vitality, that energy was running through me. And I kept hearing as I got to my hike and as I went into this 8-mile hike to the center, I kept hearing from my guides, welcome to the new Lemuria. Lemuria has arisen.
Getting shakes.
Yeah, it's so powerful. So yeah, there's something strong in the grid here that is acting in conjunction with other places of a similar resonance that are awakening the collective and inviting us into a harmonic of vibration that we all now have access to. And those enough of us, or those of us who are blessed enough to live in these places, I strongly feel that we also act like activators and grid workers, if you will, that are lighting up these lines that ripple out for the rest of Gaia and the people who live on it to receive.
Yes. And I'm really feeling, as you speak, John, and I started to shake, I feel that there is a transmission of light with you and me and everybody who's watching here, but it's to do with linking up an energy, an ancient energy of Mu into a new synchronicity, like a new connection, like a connection point between those two places, on Tara, New Zealand, and Kauai, because Mu really was like a Garden of Eden on the planet, and Kauai is like the Garden of Hawaii. So I'm going to let you begin.
Yeah, I want to invite you guys to just take a couple of deep breaths and actually feel your body. Like anchor into your body. And actually, if you'll open your eyes, what I want to invite you to do is to tap your fingers like this, middle finger to thumb, left and right. And then close your eyes. And then take a deep breath and connect that cosmic gateway that exists through your connection to your galactic council, to your elders, to your heritage from parallel dimensions. And to bring that into the center of your heart. As a matter of fact, right below it, into your solar plexus. And as you're tapping back and forth, as you feel in yourself and hold that energy strongly in your body, as you take your next inhale, bring up the breath down from Terra, down from Gaia, up through your legs and into that center column. And as you connect to that purity, to that crystalline energy, I invite you to activate the grid lines within you that connect to this land, that connect New Zealand to Kauai, to wherever you happen to be right now, physically as well, and intentionally feed that galactic, that Terra energy into those lines that you are the only one capable of doing.
Yes, I am feeling here, and I'm wearing this Pounamu, the heart stone, the green stone, the stone of Mu, literally. And this stone of Mu is helping to anchor now this energy that you have transmitted and instigated, John, with the help of all of us, as we have all co-created, to bring this energy and anchor now into this place of Tara on Tara, New Zealand. So let's just finish and complete this transmission now. All of us. I la koga ligijilak so kalakoshilakoi. From the highest heavens to the earth and to anchor in the earth, to anchor in this land, Papatuanuku, the earth mother, the place of the standing rainbow, which is us, standing rainbows, and to anchor this divine grid of reconnection, really, As we are all reconnecting with the sacred energies of ourselves. And so it is. So thank you, John, for being on the call with us today and joining us here at Mana and our soul family, global family from around the world. And we so appreciate you joining us. The topic of this meditation is return to Tara. Just take a deep breath and relax and just let all the air out of your chest. And completely relax. Circle your shoulders around so that your shoulders become relaxed and floppy. You can either sit or lie to do this meditation. But you just let yourself go and you let yourself drift. If you have thoughts come into your mind, just watch them pass out of your mind. Just let whatever is be whatever it needs to be. There are no right or wrong answers here. It's purely an energy experience. Place your left hand on your heart chakra in the center of your chest. And keep your eyes shut because your experience will be much better if you keep your eyes shut. Then you will feel into things much more. So shut your eyes. So we're just going to go on a journey. The journey is back in time. And it's a soul journey. It's a soul journey to connect with that eternal, timeless aspect of self. That I am presence of us, that we have always been and always will be. That I am presence is like a beautiful note of pure oneness, of pure light, of pure love. It's like a tune or a note played on a piano. A beautiful, pure note. So just feel into this note now. Feel into this purity of your soul. See if you can hear a musical note being played through your body. Like a tone emanating through all time. Almost like a bell ringing. This is the true you. Mukukula ki kalasisa, ukula kisa samadakasakoya, ala ko kisa zakolakiaka, Emakasi de salabadokosadakia, Emelakasi de kiss the kia kalasa, Amalakasa de zabadokodasa. Akakaliki se dak zabadakasa to sagodia. Akalakasi de kazadiki. Elmelakisi de salabadakasa de bedekialakia. Akaliakia. Akalikia, sabadakasi de kazadiki. Akalakada badakoda glass so de sea. Akalabadakasi de kazi de kisa de yasia. Matia. Abalakoda de stone, abalaki, matia. Okulakadabadakola san, abadaki, matia. Bakosi dakazadabadakasi kasakiakia. So we're going to open up a doorway into the soul memory. We have so many memories locked away inside the Akashic records of the soul. Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of memories. But in this process, we're going to access the memories of a possible life on Tara, when the earth was Tara. So many hundreds of thousands of years ago now. Kushela kosi la selmalakishnia, meta sala kosi de balakazania,
Mis la cosa chiessi, colloco tisa lausa la casa de cosa de senia. Me cockle che se da saba la così di sada così di. O con la casa de casa la cara de sai che si. Loco, così da scena casa da così da quella calla che si. Me calcoli cosa de sabada cosa de cosa de sabada de sedati. E cosa peta cada beta godo cosode se di kissi. Akalla kaze de cosa bela kada beta kada sta da goda beta kada dia. Mokola kusula ki. Mokola kusula ki. Mokola kusula ki. Sa la kada beta kola sa de sabada here. Mokol say the sabbath kasi the key. A colakis and a sabbath case over here. Mokol key calabala said the sabbath zabada coda sabadi. Make a click a sadesti cosa see. With your intention, try to feel really deeply into the being that you may have been at a critical time on Tara that is really relevant to this lifetime today. So set your intention that you're going to return to the being that you may have been at a critical time on Tara that is very relevant to your lifetime today. The most relevant lifetime on Tara. Set that intention to return there now. Mishle kose kasarbela kasabela kasadabadaki ila kisi tizarbela kasadabada kasadia okoloko kliko sede sadabada kasadasasya eklaki sasakodia la kasitia akalakazidaki akalakazidaki sadaka Akalakaza de keys at a car. Akalakaza de keys at a casa de casitia. Akalakaza de keys at a casa de casitia. Akakalaki casata set a sabado casadakia. Mekalaka sit a sagalaka. Coca keys at a casa de casaba de casada de casa lacoya. Akaka Imagine now that you're looking out with your eyes. Keep your eyes shut, but imagine that you're looking out with your eyes. And you're looking at what is around you here in this lifetime. You can see it really clearly, very clearly. Loka And as you watch, you're now going to be taken to a scene from this lifetime that is very relevant to what you have come to do on earth today. Makakalikia. Makokalakia. Said Melakasa. Makokalakasi di Sadakasa Bedakasi di Kisisia. Lekota Sadikisi Bidakasa de Satakundia. Lekaka Bedakasa Matia. Because in life there is no beginning and no end. Life is eternal. From the time that you became separated from the Godhead, from all that is, the spark of your soul, connected to your monad, your soul group, evolves and experiences, grows, learns through all time in many dimensions of reality. not just on the earth and not just on Tara. So as you watch now in this lifetime on Tara, ask to be shown the most important things, the most important lessons, the most important wisdom for you in this lifetime right now on earth. Akati seti satapati sabatakula satabalakesia. Akata sok like Lushina sausage of Shlomalakoya. A machine shapatakoya. Alakalabatakushamalakabatakoya. Akalakata takazoka zakasato sakasi. Alabalakasi kolakasi. Akakakadabadakasi takazabadakasisi. Akaki saki 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 si. And from this lifetime on Tara, Spirit are now going to anchor in wisdom for you, to anchor in grace, to anchor in the knowing that you had at that time, to help you let go of the trauma that has lain in between then and now, to help you step back into the light and the purity and the essence of your soul's truth as you were originally created, to have and to hold, and to be this beautiful soul dancing through life, joyful and happy and at peace. O kolaki kalase samba de karasta kodia. Iki kalabalaka la kala 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 kasititia. O kalakase de samba de karasta de badaki. O kakalaki kasada kala 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 kisada kazaba de koya. Aka, 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 aka. Just before we prepare to come back to our current reality, just ask that you take with you, bring with you, everything that is supportive and helpful for you from this experience, and that you leave behind forever all energies, all trauma that has slowed you down and affected you, that may have begun on Tara so long ago, because you don't need it now. You're free. You're safe. And you are a divine child of God, a child of light, one of those who came to the planet so long ago to hold the light and be the light and to strengthen the light. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.